Good evening, my dear friends, my dear masters, and my dear gods. Mahavatar TV welcomes you all to 21 Days Free Holistic Wellness Program, batch 17, and it's day 8. So, before commencing the session, my great pranamas to our Guruji Rangnath sir, and my sincere great grand pranamas to Brahma Shri Patriji, and my sincere great grand pranamas to Mahavatar Babaji. So, pranamas to the universe, to the pranamas to the great masters, and pranamas to you all. So this evening we are having a spiritual topic wisdom shared by Madam Chitra Shyamsundar. So about a topic about building of character. So let me introduce about Chitra ma'am. And Chitra ma'am, she's a beautiful wife to Mr. Shyamsundar and mother to her 2 daughters. And she is from South Indian Iyer, the Tamil Brahmin family. And she had her education in Thiruvananthapuram, Kerala. In childhood, she got many prizes in schools, like for extracurricular activities and like singing, dancing, recitations, etc. And she had her master's degree in arts, and she's proficient in 4 languages: English, Tamil, Hindi, and Malayalam. And she started her career working as probationary officer in RBI, the Reserve Bank of India. And there were transfers, and when she got transferred to Chennai, she was selected as a grade B artist for devotional songs in All India Radio. And after that, she did diploma in Carnatic vocal from Mumbai University, and also she learned Veena. And during COVID pandemic, I'm so sorry, ma'am, and she got seriously affected by COVID and herpes virus. And after recovery, she felt that it's like again a rebirth to her. And I'm so glad you came out from that serious situation and now feeling you're healthy and happy. You're so blessed, and I'm so happy for that, ma'am. And before, she had no interest in spirituality, and she started her spirituality, and now she sees a lot of progress, and she turned to be a speaker now, and she came forward to share her wisdom about the topic building of character. We welcome you, ma'am. So we heartily welcome you to the session. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Deepika ma'am. And a very good evening to all the masters. And thank you for the introduction. And as you very correctly said, after COVID, I was totally transformed. Before that, didn't have any interest in spirituality, and it was a total change in me. And I started my spiritual journey from that. So this is the first time ever I am delivering a session, a talk on a spiritual subject in a spiritual platform. And universe and the divine have directed me to this platform. I am so happy. I'm feeling so blessed. I thank universe. I thank the divine. Jai Shri Mahakal, Jai Mahakali, Jai Lord Krishna, Ganpati. I am invoking all the gods. And permit me to start my session with an invocation to Lord Ganesha, and because it is my first ever talk on spiritual topic. So, and then I will pray to all the gurus to bless me and all of us and bless the session. Okay. Vakratunda Mahakaya Suryakoti Samaprabha Nirvignam Kurume Deva Sarvakaryeshu Sarvada. Om Gurur Brahma Gurur Vishnu Gurudevo Maheshwara Guru Sakshat Parabrahma Tasmai Shri Gurave Namaha. I first of all, I thank my first guru, my mother, who is no more on this world. And she has been a biggest, best guide to me to bring me to this stage, to this level. So then I express my pranams to the ascended master, Mahavatar Babaji, who has brought me to this platform, actually. And my extend my hearty thanks to uh, Sri Patriji. Then I'm very much, obliged to Ranganathan sir, who had confidence in me that he asked me to indirectly asked me to hold a session on a spiritual topic. And I thank you, both of you, Deepika ma'am and Pallavi ma'am, who have guided me to choose that subject, the topic. So thank you very much. So let me start the subject. Right? The topic today is building of character. See, this we may feel that is it a spiritual subject? Because we know everybody talks about character and we live in character. We see character in films and in real life also. But do we really know what is character? How is it formed? When is it formed? Why is it so important? What is its importance in the plane of worldly life as well as the spiritual life? There are so many questions, and how do you develop your character or you build your character? And is it necessary that you should build a character? Is it innate in you or you have to build it up? All these are questions that comes to us when you think of character, though it appears to be very simple. When I read the chapter, it was a very small pocket sized book, which I had not touched for 25 years, as you know, because I was not interested in spiritual subjects. But, Mahavatar Baba TV has given me the inspiration and motivation to, open this book. And I delved deep into the knowledge that was hidden in this small chapter called The Building of Character. It's beautifully written. And now I'll say, now we have to think, in yoga is a spiritual practice, isn't it? In yoga, first of all, this is told in the end of the chapter, but I am taking it in the beginning of my talk because I felt that is very important, because yoga is a spiritual practice and yoga is teaching how you have to build your character. You have to connect with your spirit, isn't it? So now, the generally the author says, like in the worldly life, in the material life, like what we do is we involve in the pleasures of the worldly life just to satisfy our impulses. While doing so, we are soul, the Atma, how to satisfy. We forget to get into our own self. You forget who you are, why you have come to this world. You start living in the Maya of the world. Like you get involved in the illusions of the worldly life, and you are, because it is so tempting. Worldly life is so tempting that you get involved in that. Then he quotes that so we have to build our character. We have to aim at something highly spiritual, like we have to find out what is the spirituality in character. Spiritual character is important for even worldly plane, or it's also the plane of the spirituality. In the world also, a good character is required because to build a good society, you become an example with your character and the others learn a lesson from you, and they start learning good things from you, and you transform the society with your good character. So you have to inevitably build a good character in the worldly life also, in the materialistic world also. At the same time, in the spiritual world also, character is the foundation of spiritual life. So you have to build a perfect character for spirituality. So now, when the chapter opens with the story of the great seers and the seekers like Christ and Buddha, they say, like, see, whatever is existing in this worldly life is everything is going to die, perish someday or other. Whatever you are seeing, whatever pleasures we are enjoying, finally, what is the end? It is going to die. Everything that is existing in this world is transient. It is not having a permanent nature. It is not going to exist forever. So it will die at a particular time, maybe decided by God. For each one, it is different. Each plant also dies, animals also die, men also die. Like it is common for everybody. But what is the one thing that doesn't die on this plane of earth? What is it? That is the character. That is why character is important. So that is why all the spiritual leaders, they renounced the worldly life. They renounced the worldly life and they concentrated on their character. Because see, he to his character. He has conquered the whole world. Christianity is all prevailing. So he has conquered it because of his character. Similarly, Buddha. Buddha also renounced kingdom. But he's reigning over the world, at least. So, character. See, Christ saw that the world, the pleasures of, there is follows of life, means earthly life. Okay, material life is hollow. Similarly, so he wanted to, and similarly, Buddha also felt that whatever you have, whatever pleasures you enjoy in this life, what is the culmination of life? What is the ending of life? It ends in sorrow only. It will end in sorrow only. Die means, you are feeling sad, sorrow only.
Chitra ma'am, I think there is some breakage. Chitra ma'am, I'm sorry to interrupt.
Exactly.
So there is some breakage. I think, can you turn off your video so
Am I
that
audible?
audio will be visible? It's like there is a breakage. So
Okay.
can you turn off your video so that I think it will work if you turn off your video.
Okay, okay.
Thank you.
It's okay now?
Yes,
Am I
it's
audible?
good. Yeah.
Okay. So what happens is now where I was. So these people, like these great seers, these religious leaders, spiritual leaders, they felt that the earthly life is ending in sorrow only, and there is hollowness in that, and it is transient. It's not going to exist forever. So they wanted to find something permanent. They were seeking, they were seekers, they were visionaries. They were in search, quest of the truth, ultimate truth. What is that? If this is going to be not existing forever, what is the one particular thing that is going to exist forever? That was their quest. So they understood that you have to renounce, you cannot dwell. See, the mind dwells on two planes, isn't it? They wanted to renounce this world. They felt that I have to renounce this worldly pleasures. Then only I can concentrate on seeking God. Love of God, if I have to follow, then I have to relinquish the earthly pleasures. So these great seers, they concentrated on that, they relinquished their worldly pleasures. So that is how they developed their character towards that. And when they left the world also, they remain. People remember them for their character and whatever philosophy they have left behind. And, they are like still live among us. So now we come to, like the mind. What is character? Now we are talking about what is character. We have to see what is character, what is renunciation. We said renunciation, no? Renunciation, these people have renounced the worldly life. What is renunciation? all of us know that renunciation means you are giving up. You are giving up the worldly pleasures. You don't want to be in the worldly materialistic life. You are withdrawing from the worldly life and you are going to concentrate on the spiritual plane. And you will be building up your character towards that and you are seeking God. Okay. So, and this renunciation is the foundation of spiritual growth. Renunciation is the foundation of spiritual growth and it is the major factor for building of character. Renunciation is a major factor for building of character. Because what happens now, the mind has to work in two planes here. There are two planes. The plane of the earth and the plane of the spiritual world. So the mind will work in, there are two planes otherwise also. That is, one is called Sat. Sat means truth. It is real. The mind is real, working on a plane of reality. Real will be everlasting. It is permanent. And the next plane, the second plane, is called Asat. Asat means it is unreal. Unreal is transient. It cannot exist forever. So you have to choose. Now, what is character? What is character? We have to first explain what is character. Now you know what is renunciation, isn't it? Now we'll come to what is character. Character, see, in the book, it is not written like that. Okay. From my experience, I'm saying from science also. See, some of the imprints that are made in our mind, that becomes your character, I'll explain what is character first. See, character is formed by the acts and thoughts. The acts and thoughts of a person leave some imprint on the mind of the person. Okay, whatever you do, whatever you think, these will have an impact on the mind. It will leave some print on the mind. This, when it is collected together, so many imprints are there. When they unite together, that becomes your character. Is it clear? Okay. Is it clear? Okay. So that becomes your character. So this character, similar imprints, there are so many similar imprints over a period of time, over a longer period of time, when it is coming together. All these similar imprints, a large number of similar imprints over a period of time, when they come together, that forms your habit. That becomes your habit. For 20 years, you are having this imprint, same kind of imprint. That becomes your habit. So these are words we use in day-to-day life, isn't it? We say character, that's her habit, that's his habit, this is my habit. We do not know what exactly is the habit, but we know. For practical life, we know. So if habit is a collection of your actions or deeds and your thoughts, you can always change your habit. There is a scope. That's a good news, no? See, if you are in the evil place, you can change your thoughts, change your deeds, and come to the plane of good and get associated with good people to change or transform your character from evil to good. Possible? It is possible. It is possible, isn't it? So what he says is, if you stay in the dual plane, see, Asat and Sat, these are, from these only you are getting the characters called good and bad. Asat is evil or bad. Sat is good. So you have to choose what you want to be. So finally, that means the responsibility of your character is on you, because you are forming your character, nobody else. Character is formed because of your thoughts, your deeds. So who is responsible for the character? We ourselves, isn't it? So you have an option. It is for you to think. It's for you to choose what you want to become. So this is generally what is character. Then afterwards, then slowly you can go to, see, in day-to-day life, life, it is not possible that you will meet only good people. Is it possible to mix with only good people? You cannot choose, no? I will talk to only good people. I will not see bad people. No, it's not possible. In this world, you have to mix with everybody. You have to love everyone. You cannot say that I will not love this person, I will not love that person. No, you cannot do that. Then there is a problem. No, the person can be very good as long as he is in a compartment where he is meeting only good people. So that you cannot say that such a person who is in a watertight compartment where he is seeing only good people, he is interacting with good people. So he is taking the good features from them and he is learning that and he is good. But he has not met any evil people. So can we say that he is a perfect good people, good man, good character? No, unless and until he comes out and interacts with evil, and then also he remains good, then we can say that it's a good character, isn't it? So we say that you should love all people. All should be loved equally. We can love the good people. Can you love the evil people? Can you hug them? Can you say they are evil? They are thinking evil about you. But can you go near them? They may betray you also. You don't know. But they say that you have to love everybody. So here the problem comes, no? See, there is a snake. Will you embrace? That's what the author says. There is a snake there. Will you embrace it? Hello? Deepika ma'am?
Yeah. Yes, ma'am.
Audible?
We are able to
Yeah.
hear you. Continue.
Oh,
Yeah. Thank
so
you.
when you can you embrace a snake? No, because you are afraid. No, it may bite you. So it's not possible. Then the problem comes. How will you deal with the evil? So you cannot rule out evil from the world. So how will you deal with the evil? So here, Patanjali has a cue for that. How you will deal with this problem.
Chitra, ma'am, it's not audible now. Yeah, Chitra ma'am was telling about character, and character is very important. And so, are you here, ma'am? Excuse me. I think she's away. I think she'll rejoin us. So Chitra ma'am was telling like character is very important, and so character is a foundation that those are the inner quality and values of a person, and those are beliefs of a person, and God values character, and people can develop their character by practicing values. We know like karma yoga, right? So the karma yoga, what does that say? Is like performing one's duties without like a feeling of attachment to outcomes, like considering every action as an offering to the divine and all those things, like selfless services and all the karma yoga. So action with awareness and all. And even Bhagavad Gita says, like Sri Krishna says about the character. So about the bhakti yoga, jnana, like bhakti yoga, like you can change your character, like from evil to good. Like there's a possibility. So cultivating love and devotion towards others, like chanting prayers to God and selfless services and all these all leads to like learning good things and all, like changing our character and all. So again, learning like Swadhyaya, doing Swadhyaya and Jnana Yoga, what that means that it's a path of knowledge. So through Jnana Yoga, it says like seeking wisdom, seeking knowledge, all those things. Is ma'am here? I think she's having a net issue. So I'm giving an option to unmute. If she's here, she can unmute and talk. So Jnana Yoga says like if you learn more things, if you read more books and all, and if you listen people who are saying the good things and all, you will get to know like what is good and what is bad, and you can change our character. If you see any bad in our character, we can change. There is a possibility. That's what Madam was telling. So yes, masters, I think we are good. So any questions so far? Yeah, Chitra ma'am, you can unmute and talk.
Actually, I have not completed it.
Oh yeah, I'm sorry. Actually, you went away, right? So I thought
No, the connection went off.
Connection went off, and I didn't see your name in the participant. I'm
No,
sorry.
I just left and started again.
Yeah, that's what I'm telling. Yeah, glad to come.
Is there time or?
Yeah. Go ahead, ma'am. Thank you so
So
much for
actually,
coming.
so Patanjali says, how to deal with evil. For that, the quotation is there: friendship,
Yeah.
mercy, gladness, indifference, being thought of in regard to subjects happy, unhappy, good, and evil, respectively, pacify the mind. So, see, by reading this quotation, we don't understand anything, but I would like to explain that he is categorizing the people into 4 different categories. That is happy people, unhappy people, good people, and evil people. Our question was just before I left, it was how to deal with evil. For that, he is giving an advice here. He is giving a secret how to deal with evil. So, happy means with happy people, you can make friendship without any thought. It's easily possible to make friendship with happy people. Unhappy people means people who are in misery. So miserable people need your help, isn't it? So there you have to show mercy. That means you have to show, compassion, and with lot of love, you should try to bring them out of the unhappiness. And that also, when you help these miserable people, you should not be expecting anything in return, not even gratitude. Don't even expect that they will give you gratitude or something you are going to getting in return for that. So it should be a selfless thing, that you are doing for them. So this is how you deal with them. Then next category is gladness. See, gladness is for good people. That is, see, when you are dealing with, I am coming to that, how you build your character. So when you are dealing with the miserable, you are building your character. Okay. Selflessly and with compassion, you are giving them lots of love and enabling them to come out of misery without expecting anything in return. Okay, not even gratitude. So that way you are developing your character. So one by one. So yoga also is helping you to develop character. I am coming to that. So renunciation helps you to develop your character, right? So point by point, I am saying that. And then say when you come to good people, you have to deal with gladness. You should feel glad when the good people are successful, or when they get victory, or when people get some prizes or something like that. So when they are getting some success, we should be able to enjoy that success instead of feeling jealousy or hatred. I have not won, she has won, or he has won. You should not have that feeling. This is a building of character, very vital. Okay. So he says when somebody is winning or prospering or becoming victorious in some field, you should be able to enjoy in the same level as that person, empathizing As it is your own victory, you should be able to enjoy that and participate in their happiness. So that way you build your character. This is third point or fourth point, I don't know. Then, and the last one is very, very important, evil. How will you deal with evil? See, you can deal with good or with miserable people or with happy people. And with evil, it is difficult. As I already told you that, when the example of snake. So evil people may be, building something against you to make you feel embarrassed or feel unhappy. Okay, there you have to be careful. So what he says is, when you deal with evil, you should be indifferent. How will you be? It is very difficult task to be indifferent. That means, he says first you should know how to discriminate what is good, what is evil. Then you should decide how you will approach that evil. See, you should not interact with that or react to evil. Instead, what you should do is you should neither have friendship nor you should have animosity. You just be neutral with evil. So this is also a development of character. How you will deal with evil. Okay. So one by one, so this is beautifully explained by Patanjali. And then you come to, he says, because there is shortage of time, I think, I'll go a little faster. You have to, finally, your motive is to going towards perfection of character. Perfection of character. So character is the foundation of spirituality. Renunciation is also a foundation of spirituality, and character is also. So you have to build up a perfect character. What is a perfect character? You have to define what is a perfect character, and how do you get it? You get perfect character by getting yourself associated with great people. What are great people? Great people are who love everybody. They are unselfish. They have come to this world not for gaining something for themselves. They have come to serve mankind. They want to serve people with love, lots of love. They want to spread positivity in the society. These are great people. When you go and associate yourselves with great people, you are developing your character towards perfection, isn't it? See, there is one line I would like to quote from Malayalam poem. He says, in my childhood, I have read this during my recitations, like, മുല്ലപ്പൂമണം ഏറ്റുകിടക്കും കല്ലിനുമുണ്ടാം ഒരു സൗരഭ്യം. Its meaning is Malliga is Malliga. It is Mogra. Mogra plant is there blooming with lots of flowers and it's spreading its fragrance all over. Na? And there are some stones lying on the root of the tree or plant. You find that the fragrance is the character of Mogra, isn't it? It is so strong and steady that when you lift the stone and smell it, it starts smelling of Mogra. So that is the effect of having company with great people. So what he says is, if you want to become good, get associated with saintly people, you imbibe the character of saintliness. If you get associated with evil people, you start absorbing their evil characters. So it is your choice whether you want to be evil or good, and you have always the option of transforming with conscious effort. With conscious effort, you can always transform. That's what he says. Now you come to what is a perfect character. What is a perfect character? Great men are there. They are with perfect character. What is perfect character? Again, perfect character remains, they remain unchanged by good or bad. They are always same. They are unselfish. They are always service-minded. And they are steady in their character. Okay. And they are full of good. No evil is there. They are unselfish and serving the people. So here, when I talked about perfect character, I just remembered, Bhagavad Gita, where Lord Krishna, in the chapter 2, 54 to onwards, he is talking about Sthita Prajna. I felt a similarity to that. Because when Arjuna says, in the Kurukshetra. So what happened is, where did I leave? Like anything you could not hear? You could not hear something?
We can hear you, ma'am. Continue.
So the perfect character is, like when I talked about perfect character, though it is not written in the book, I remembered lines from Bhagavad Gita because the stories were told to me by my mother. But recently I had a one reading, I had given a one reading of Bhagavad Gita, and I found that in the second chapter, from section verses 54 onwards, he is explaining to Arjuna what is Siddha Prajna, because Arjuna is very worried, he says, no, I will not kill my brothers. I will not kill my gurus. I will not, my Pitamaha is all my kins and kids are there. I will not do this. So what is the fun of winning the war by killing them? Instead, I will keep my bow and arrows and I'll withdraw. Then God says, no. Then he explains to him what is Siddha Prajna. Means, see, any negative aspects of the sorrow, these are, negative characters, and that makes you weak. He became weak because, he had attachment. When you talk about perfect character, they are non-attached. They are non-attached. They do their duty. So he says, no, you are so much attached to the plane of worldly life. That is why you are thinking about your kith and kin, killing them and all that. If you had not done that, you had renounced your worldly life, you wouldn't talk like this. You would act because Krishna Bodha is there. You surrender to God. Whatever the results, fruits are there of your action, God will take care of because He is guiding you. But you have to act. So he says, Sthita Prajna means it is similar to, you can go through that when you get time, no? Like, so that is there. Then finally, pure character. They say, the perfect character means, so you should be, if you have to be a perfect character, you should be free from all negative factors. Like, you should not be anxious, you should not have fears, you should not have guilt. Okay, all these are negative, and codependency, then attachment to people. Okay, see, renunciation does not mean that people are scared of renunciation. It's not that. He says, renunciation can be, it's not that you are leaving your home, leaving your family and children. No, it's not. Renunciation can be done at home also. How? How you will do at home? That is, sitting at home with your family also, you become, unattached, unselfish, and unattached. But you do your duty. That is also renunciation. That is what we have to practice. We cannot take sannyasa. You can practice both. You can play. But the danger is that when you play on both the planes of Sat and Asat, good and evil, there is a danger of falling back to evil. So there you have to be cautious. That's all. Then he says, purity is another factor which affects the development of character, perfect character. Purity means, see, supposing you build a building on sand, it will tumble down, no? It will not be strong. Like that, what is asat? Asat is a combination of matter. When it is a combination of matter, it is, it can change. One factor changes, everything changes. So it can tumble down. It is not permanent, it is transient. So what he says is, you should have purity. What is pure? Anything built on impure foundation, that character cannot sustain. So purity is, you have only one thing. There is nothing more added to it. It is only one element, which is good. Perfect character is good. So when you develop a perfect character, it should be based on purity. So then about perfect character, he says two stories also. Shukamuni, you have heard about Shukamuni, no? So he was a son of, I think, Vyasa. Vyasa. Yeah. So Vyasa sent his son Shuka Muni to Janaka Maharaja to learn lesson. So what he did, he went there. So beforehand, Janaka Maharaja gave instructions to his courtiers not to show any interest in this boy. No, ignore him. So he went and sat there at the gate. Shuka went and sat there in the gate for 3 days and 3 nights. Nobody bothered about him. Nobody asked him to why you have come. They didn't ask him to come inside. They didn't ask for water or food or where you will sleep. Nothing. But Shuka was sitting there unperturbed. He was sitting like that. There was no change in his mood. He was like that. Then fourth day, that was first test he has given. He has come to learn the lesson. Huh? He was testing his character. So one test was over by this. On the fourth day, the king sent the guards. He said, ask him to come inside. So he went inside. He was greeted with, lots of, luxuries. Everything was offered to him, like royal welcome was given. Again, this boy was same. He didn't change. There was no change in his mood. He was very same. He was like that. So this was second test. See, he went through 2 tests now. Now the third test was what? Now when he has passed these 2 tests, the Janaka Maharaja called him near and he told him, he gave him a bowl full of milk. It was brim, up to the brim, it was full. And he gave the milk to him. He said, you go around this, what is this, coat, 7 times without spilling 1 drop of milk. So the boy was not perturbed even now. He took the pot of milk and he went round. And what was happening? In between, people were dancing, going crisscross, walking around. Some people are dancing and lot of noise. And so many things are happening in that courtyard. But still, this boy silently went around the court for 7 times as ordered by Janaka, came back without spilling a drop of milk. Now, Janaka said, now you can go to your father. You have learned the lessons. You know what is truth. So this is a perfect character. Similarly, so your character, the character he speaks louder than the language. They say the character speaks louder than the language. And he gives another story also, where there is a young spiritual leader. Along with him,
Chitra ma'am,
Huh.
Chitra ma'am, sorry to interrupt you. 2 more minutes sufficient, ma'am?
Sure.
Okay.
Sure. So, this spiritual leader, the young spiritual leader, was taking an old man, very gray-haired old man with him. And they were sitting under a banyan tree. Okay. Now, this gray-haired old man was having a lot of doubts in his mind. So he was trying to ask him. So many times he asked his guru. He's a young man. He was in meditation. He was asking him, what is the meaning of this? Can you clarify my doubts? He didn't answer. So many times he attempted, he didn't answer. But gradually, his doubts dispelled. See, just by the presence of a perfect character near you, who is your guru, your doubts also get cleared even without their opening their mouth. Such is the character. So we have to develop our character like this towards perfection, because that will help us in our spiritual progress. That is it. Thank you, ma'am.
Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you for the patient hearing. Of course, there was disturbance in the connectivity. So, thank you.
I'm glad you rejoined actually.
Yeah. Because I was trying, it was showing preparing. I could not get it.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
So
Thank
I
you so
left
much.
it and I joined.
Okay. Yeah. Thank you so much, ma'am. The first thing is this is your first time being like a spiritual speaker, and you have done a very good job. Thank you so much. And masters, if you have any questions, please come forward. If you want to share your experiences, you can come forward. And yeah, character is the main essential thing. and that is the foundation. Yes, Ramchandranji, unmute yourself. I have given an option to unmute. You can unmute. I think there is some issue with that. Yes.
Can you hear me? Hello.
Yes.
Hello.
Go ahead. We can hear you.
It was very interesting your character explanation. I have something to add to it. Actually, with the very young age, say maybe up to 15 or 20 years old, this character is molded. Can you hear me? Hello?
Yes, yes.
Hello?
I can hear
This
you.
the character is being molded, and that will continue. It's very difficult to change that basic character, which I have from the by practice I have seen from the experience I have seen. Hello.
Hello. Yes, I can hear.
In the Vivekananda's Karma Yoga, it is written that one's character is the resultant of all that happened in his life. So it is a resultant of that character, and that character is difficult to change. Perfect man, you said very well, correct. I said, agree with you. But at the I have got one example. A family nearby from my house, family. The first son was born, and and at that time, husband and wife, they were quarreling each other in a very badly. I don't know how to say the reason why. I know that correctly. And they were quarreling each other, and all the time there is an unrest in the house. And this boy, although young, although very intelligent, he has sprouted. His character is bad. He is even today. He is bad. I mean, bad and bad because he doesn't know how to behave with people. He does. Only very intelligent. He has studied a postgraduate and all that, but then he cannot behave properly. The character is also. Second son. Second son.
I'll answer your question, sir. Sir, as you said, it is difficult. It is not impossible.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Can you hear you?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Sir, what you said is correct. It is difficult. It is difficult to transform to good from evil, but it is not impossible because what we said was.
Yeah.
What we said was.
No, I said, I'll take half a minute. I'll take half a minute. I will take half a minute more. The second son, when he came in. They have come together. Husband and wife, they were having a very happy life. And the second son is so nice. He is a CEO of a company. He is a CEO of a big company. See that and well behaved, very good. And I don't know, but both are intelligent people. But then the first son is not bad. Second son has become so big. See, this is the character which I have seen from my own experience. This was what I said. So it's difficult to actually the first one he could not change at all. We tried. I know the family very well. We tried all kind of things, but he's still the same. There is no change. Anyway, this was practical experience.
Actually, sir, I will answer this. Actually, this chapter was written. This book was written by Swami Paramananda. Okay, so this is called Vedanta in Practice. Can you see this book? Vedanta in Practice. Okay. So that is why in the beginning itself I told what is character. What is character is you are responsible for your character. You have the choice to be good or evil. And character is formed by your deeds and actions and your association with good or evil. So it's purely your option. It is not difficult. It is difficult. As you say, if you are very bad, then you change from bad to evil. Transformation is difficult, but it is not impossible. It is not impossible. It will take a lot of time. You have to work on it. Hard work has to be done. And, conscious effort is required to change your character. If you want to change. You said the younger son is good because that was his option. He was moving with good people. He was taking the characteristics of the good people. See, association with people also affects your character and your action and your thoughts, your feelings. So you have to work on your thoughts. You have to give and introspection as to what are you thinking about, what is your feeling, and what is your action, what are you acting, are your actions in the right way, otherwise you have to correct yourself. So
Correct.
it is our responsibility to change the character. Nobody else is responsible for your
I,
character.
I stand, when I stand corrected because it is easy with the meditation. People transform definitely. I have seen people have changed a lot by doing meditation. And say
Yoga
earlier, all these things, the character is totally different. After the meditation, after a few years, I find he's a perfect man, perfect character. That's why.
unless we perfect our character, no, we cannot progress in spiritual life, because God loves only pure characters. Negative characters, unless you work on your shadow, shadow work, you should concentrate on your shadow side of your character, and the negative features you should remove, and you should try to become pure character. Then only you can be spiritual completely. Because spirituality is only goodness. You are seeking God's love, and you are seeking knowledge of the Supreme in spirituality. So building of character towards perfection is very, very important, and purity is very important, and renunciation is important. And whatever I said, these three points, they are all important in building our character. I learned along with you, actually.
Thank you so much, Chitraji. Though it is hard, it's not impossible, like you said.
It's not
Because
impossible.
everything is possible, because the word impossible itself says like I am possible.
Exactly.
Right?
But
So
changing the character is really difficult. Really difficult.
yes. Yeah.
But it is possible.
It's possible. Thank you so much, Ramchandranji. Thank you, Chitraji. And oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. And any questions? Any questions, Masters Pallavi, ma'am?
Like we discussed right now. So building character is not that difficult also. So as we are in a spiritual path, spiritual journey, we can influence the surrounding people as well through our meditation and saying some things, what and all we have learned. Slowly they will change. It's not very fast. It may be fast change. They may change gradually. Through our thoughts, we can change the people surround us. So we are doing Sajjana Sangatya. That's how we are building right character towards spirituality, and we are doing Swadhyaya. By doing Swadhyaya, we learn how to have a good character. So by listening, by reading, and by practicing, we can reach to higher levels very fast. Thank you, ma'am. Thank you.
Yes. Yes, Pallavi, ma'am. So, Chitra, ma'am, thank you so much for your wonderful wisdom share. I think Reddy Garu, yes, unmute yourself. Reddy Prabha.
Good evening, madam. Good evening, masters. There is one proverb regarding character, madam. I want to share. If some money is lost, something lost. If health is lost, much more thing lost. If character is lost, everything lost. So we have to give more importance to character, madam. Thank you.
Yes.
Nice class, madam. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
That's nice. Yeah, she was sharing her experience. Thank you, Reddy Prabhakar. And you come daily and share like this, okay?
Madam, I have night duties, evening duties, madam. I am unable to attend the class, but I am much interested.
Oh, okay. So whenever you get time, no, if there is a will, there is a way. So
Yeah. Sure, madam. I will
try
attend.
for it. Okay.
It's very good class.
Actually, I'm very happy because I was asked to hold a session. I
Yeah.
went through it, I read it thoroughly, and I understood. I'm feeling really happy.
Oh, thank you so much. Yes. If you, yeah, while teaching, we learn more.
Yes.
Yes. And we wish to have more sessions with you, ma'am. Thank you so much, Chitraji. And so, shall we start doing meditating now? It's already
Yes.
time. Actually, we took like 1 hour almost.
Because there was
So
breakages, no?
interesting.
Like
And the
connectivity.
time just flew away. Okay. Okay, masters.
Yeah.
Let's sit together and meditate. Sit in a comfortable posture with your hands clasped, interlace your fingers, put on your thighs, cross your feet if you're sitting on the sofa or chair. If you're sitting down, just fold your legs like this. Close your eyes. Just observe. And we are using the Anapanasati technique. Ana means in breath, Pana means out breath. Sati means just observe your own breath happening naturally. No pranayamam, no mantra, no japa, no tantra, nothing. Just observe your breath that's happening naturally. Remove spectacles. Do not use any earbuds. Do not wear any eye masks. And if you have any thoughts, just cut them right away. So cut idle and unnecessary thoughts and focus on your breath. Stay relaxed. I'll play wonderful music. Let's enjoy doing meditating together now. Last 10 seconds, masters. Please come to the body consciousness. Be with your breath. Stay your eyes closed. Last 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. My dear friends, take your both hands, grab them and keep them on your eyes for 5 more seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly take your hands away and slowly open your eyes and look into your palms. Yes, friends, please come back. So my dear friends and my dear masters, you have done a wonderful meditation with the melodious music. Thank you so much for my dear friends, and let's show our gratitude for be meditating this time and thanking ourselves, thanking to the universe, and thanks to the Mahavatar Foundation. Rajesh Sharma ji, why you are unmuting yourself? I have muted you twice. Please don't make noise. So everyone is peacefully meditating, right? Let's cooperate. Let's cooperate, okay? Yes, master. Sorry for the interruption. Thank you all, masters, for the wonderful meditation. Thank you so much. And we'll see tomorrow. A new topic. And until then, have a good night. Take care. Have a good night. Namaskaram.